Hey there, this is Troy Baker, and this is a piece of Schmidt.
Hello and welcome to this episode of the Piece of Schmidt podcast, the podcast where we sit around this table and muse the world's greatest quandaries. To my left, Wes Baumgardner.
Hello.
To my right, James Kircher.
Hello.
Behind the camera, Becca Schmidt. In the other room, Becca Schmidt. Nothing. If you like what you see, head to YouTube and subscribe to us. Go to Twitter and follow us. Facebook and like us. And go to Patreon to support the show.
You didn't say who you were.
I'm the most piece of shit piece of Schmidt you've ever seen. I'm the piece of shittiest Schmidt. That's what I am.
Are you the Schmittiest shit?
I'm the shittiest Schmidt and the Schmittiest shit. Oh, man. Oh, never mind. I told everyone. Never mind.
What?
Elon Musk sold flamethrowers.
He did.
They were selling hats before, is that what you said?
Yeah. So the Boring it's the Boring Company.
I didn't even hear about this.
They were selling hats, and just said the Boring Company because he's making. You talked about a while back the Hyperloop, the really fast travel. So it's like cool. We'll do this because he's making tunnel building like ridiculously cheaper and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So it's like cool. If we sell out of hats, we'll make flamethrowers. He sold out of hats. So now they're selling flamethrowers.
Sold flamethrowers, yeah.
Jesus.
Glorified blowtorches, as you
They're
said.
like giant blowtorch, like double barreled
barrel.
fucking blowtorch. You could solder something with it, like a.
Grill your meat.
You could grill your meat,
That'd be sweet.
specifically your meat.
Oh.
Not your meat.
No,
What about his
Flambe.
meat?
no.
Flambe.
Just
His meat's going into surgery.
Yeah.
fair enough. You're trying to die on us.
Don't die. Don't die on me, Blue. You're my boy, Blue. So that's pretty funny, and that happened.
No, I thought it was funny he went through with it.
Why is there a ball of Nutella on the floor?
I asked the same question.
I ask whether it's Nutella or Nutella.
Nutella.
I think it's Nutella.
Let's find out.
Tomato.
Is it Nutella or Nutella? It said tomatoes. Is it Nutella?
Tomatoes.
Tomatoes. Is it Nutella or Nutella? Hazelnut cream. Italian law. It cannot be labeled as a chocolate cream. Does not meet minimum cocoa solid concentrate criteria.
Hey, pup.
Nutella pronunciation.
Nutella.
Pronounced Nutella is a tasty, unique spread that does not meet cocoa requirements to be a chocolate spread.
It's a hint of cocoa.
Hazelnut.
Other thing we talk about, Amazon opening their clerkless store.
To a huge line.
Are you eating my Nutella?
No.
So you can say her name, and she doesn't hear you at all. But we talk about Nutella, and she
Nutella.
Nutella.
Oh!
Well, because it's my Nutella.
No one wants it. We wanted to know why it was randomly sitting on the floor.
Because I take it with me for lunch.
Why is it on the floor?
Because I took it out of my bag.
Why are you behind James?
So I don't want to be on camera.
You are been on camera already.
Can't see
No,
me.
If people want to see you, they'll just pause.
Now they just see somebody whimpering away.
We just threatened to eat the Nutella. I figured that would work.
I have an interesting story when you're done. Go ahead.
So the funny thing is that they go to this clerkless Amazon store, and there's like a giant line.
No shit, really?
So how are you
it's
supposed
so
to pay? Are
new
you
and
supposed to
popular.
just order it on Amazon? They give it to you right there?
No, so when you walk in, it pings your phone, and it's
Yeah.
like, do you have an Amazon account? And you're like, yes, I do. And it's like, okay, cool. And so with your Amazon account, you have cards attached to it. So it has these little sensors in there. So when you pick up a piece of yogurt, it's like adds a yogurt to your cart. And then when you walk out the door, it tracks everything that you picked up and then charges you.
And their whole thing was to alleviate lines in stores.
Yeah, and then there's a huge line.
Yeah, that is fucking funny.
Apparently they have salespeople in there, but no one will actually ring you up. It's
Right.
all done through your phone.
Yeah. They're there.
Well,
to
this
help the
yogurt
people that are
help
like-
me poop.
Yeah. This
Yes, ma'am.
technology is for the birds.
I'm just gonna go to Winco.
And then what? Amazon just opened up their Amazon domes in Seattle, like greenhouse biodome
Oh,
looking
yeah, yeah.
things.
Yep.
All right, what's your story?
What would
Morning
you,
glory.
What would you say to private sector healthcare? Not government-run healthcare.
Well, let's see. What's better, UPS or
Post
USPS?
Yeah, UPS by far. It's a rhetorical question.
Yeah.
There's so
Funny enough, though, internet, I would rather be government run as opposed to privatized because
Yeah.
we're getting Comcast fucked.
yeah,
Where if it was a utility and you just moved into a place and you had an electricity bill, a water bill, and a fucking internet bill,
yeah,
that would be awesome.
yeah.
But then you'd have to give a standard speed for everyone, right?
Yeah.
So what would the standard be?
50 megs.
Fair enough. We don't really need more,
Nobody needs more than 50 megs.
unless
Google
you
Fiber is awesome. Like any fiber is amazing, but like I can live off 50. You can stream 4K with like 5 times less than 50.
I think 4K requires 25 actually.
4K?
Yeah.
Not on Netflix. You can stream Netflix 4K with like 7.5 megabits.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. And no buffering.
No, because you press the right stick in, it'll tell you how many megabits per second it's streaming and what resolution it is.
Oh, shit.
And when it goes up to 2160, it's like 7.5.
I've never noticed that.
Yeah, it's pretty. I was very interested to find that out because what happened is my controller fell on the ground and like hit the right stick, and I was looking. I'm like, interesting. It's at 1080p and it's like
and you
3.5.
stream in 4K.
If you have a 4K TV, it'll recognize that and it'll give you the 4K options. So if you watch a Netflix original,
Do you pay for the 4K? Because
Yeah, yeah.
Netflix's 4K costs like an extra $2 a month.
right, yeah. If you don't pay for it, then it won't recognize
Yeah,
your
okay,
TV or
okay.
anything. Yeah.
Sorry, you were saying?
Forbes magazine posted an article on private sector healthcare. Jeff Bezos, Dimon, I think his name is Dimon, the J.P. Morgan Chase guy, and
Demon?
Dimon, and
Demon.
that would be Demon.
I think it's pronounced the same.
Oh, okay.
Demon.
And Warren Buffett.
Or Diamond.
No, yep. There's articles on CNBC, CNET,
Mm-hmm.
Bloomberg.
So it's a thing that they're doing. They only have one. They only have a team of 3 besides themselves so far putting it together. There's a lot of kinks and everything they have to work out. They're going to roll it out to their companies first, and then the goal is to have it be a national thing and have private sector healthcare for everybody.
I hope. I mean,
It would be insanely good.
of course, there are negatives to it, like what's happening with, Comcast and everything. Like, there's monopolies and
Yeah.
overcharging because you can't move on, and
Yeah, legal monopolies.
yeah.
That's the fucked up part.
I hope that works. That would be fantastic. There was a brief stint there where I didn't have health insurance, so
A little bit scary there for a second.
yeah, I didn't want to walk out into the street or anything.
Well, I mean, you have a grace period anyway.
We got
30
the
days, yeah.
we got the letter.
Yeah.
It ended.
They don't give you Cobra or anything? Weird.
No, they gave me a Python.
Speaking of the whole Comcast thing, Montana is the first state to write into law that there will be net neutrality in their state.
Nice.
Oh, they wrote it into law?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, the net neutrality thing
How
I
much
think is going to
internet
be
does
reversed.
Montana really need?
Not much.
See, that's the joke everyone made. It's like, Montana first passed this. Who lives in Montana?
Cows.
No, but see, the people... there's-
Mountain trolls.
Yeah, mountain.
You lived on the
It's
side
a
of the
pretty
mountain.
state to vacation,
Oh, it is a beautiful state.
but you don't get cell reception where I go.
Yeah, big sky means no internet.
Yeah.
It's a precedent.
Satellite internet,
At least it's a precedent.
0.5 megabits per second.
Washington will be on there soon because Jay Inslee's all about.
There's a
net
ton of
neutrality.
things about. Yeah, they're totally. It's not going to work. Like the FCC thing was super scary, and
I think that's the biggest problem. I think it was just a scare tactic.
Yeah, but like the actual people who make that decision are like, no, you can't do that. Like,
It's another diversion to.
yeah, Trump did something stupid.
Yep.
They're just like, don't look at here, don't look at this, look at the boobs, look at the boobs. I read some. I think one of the like John Oliver or something was like during the Hawaii. Oh, that's something we talk about, the Hawaii missile scare thing.
Oh yeah.
My mother-in-law called me and she's like, Aaron, don't worry about us. We are fine. And I was like, oh, I didn't hear about the missile thing. She's like, there's a missile in the air. But we are fine. Don't worry.
That's like a German Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah. It was funny. But Pornhub traffic went down by 73%.
And then immediately when they found out it was a hoax, it went up like 73%.
Yeah. But the joke was that there was like that 27% of people that were like, fuck it, man. I want to go out doing what I love.
To be fair, if you're in Hawaii and you find out there's a nuclear bomb coming, it's like,
First instinct is to jerk it.
no, first instinct is to panic, and then it's like, wait, you know what?
Panic jerk.
Panic jerk. Fucked anyway, right? But
My father-in-law's first instinct was to open the door and look up into the sky.
Chuck.
She's like, Chuck is outside looking into the sky. He won't come inside.
no, the worst part now is if it actually happens again, people may not believe it.
I know. Exactly. And then the reason that it didn't get rescinded so quickly is because the dude forgot his Twitter password.
Oh my God! Are you kidding me?
Yeah. The governor or whatever of Hawaii forgot his Twitter password, so he couldn't send out a tweet that said this is fake
Wow.
or like an accident.
Are those buttons like right next to each other?
How do you even log out of Twitter? That's what I'm like. I don't even know how to log out.
Never
let
been
alone-
able to do that.
I don't know my Twitter password either. I'm just always logged in. And I'm on a computer, and it's like, oh, you want to log into Twitter? Sure. Here's your password. All right. All the big companies know my password. I don't know my password.
Something you made like 10 years ago and just forgot what it is.
Yeah, it's probably like fart bomb 69 420.
Maybe it's Thunderfoot 420.
We got an update on that. It was totally wrong.
Oh.
Yeah.
What is it?
His birthday's on the 24th, so he wanted to be Thunderfoot 24, and then they're like, that's taken, so he just added a 0 to
Yeah.
it.
It was way more simple.
Yeah.
Nah, I like the other way better. That's the new canon way. Well, is there anything else going on in the world besides horrible, depressing things?
Yeah, no shit.
There was a car accident outside my apartment the other day.
Jesus.
I was sitting down, and a guy heard, poof, and I went outside, and these people were like, stepping out of their cars. One of them's on their phone looking up their fucking insurance cards.
Jesus.
Yep.
I told you there was that right at First Avenue, and when 518 runs into First Avenue, like the highway's done, we're parked at the light to turn left, and this
parked?
homeless guy.
Put it in the park. Turn off the engine.
She might have. We were stopped at the light. And so this bum
I'm so funny.
just like comes straggling aside of like nothing, nowhere does it say for you to walk. The traffic going forward is full speed. So this truck comes barreling down the thing and almost fucking plows this guy. Like he had to yoke it over. And then the guy's like, ugh, and like stumbles. I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me?
That reminds me of the Portlandia skit where they're like, did you read this newspaper? He's like, yeah, I read it. Did you read this newspaper? Yeah, I read it. Did you read this article? Yeah, I read it. Did you read that? Yeah, I didn't like the ending. And they're like, did you read this? Did you read that? Did you read the skywriting? Did you read this? And they're like, did you read the new blah, blah, blah? And then they run out of the coffee shop. They're like, did you read this? Did you read that? And then they get hit by a car. And they're like, it's like a do not walk thing. And then it turns to walk. They're like, you can't walk here. Can't you read?
That's another one. I've only gotten through like season 2 of Portlandia.
It's so weird, yeah. I figured you'd have seen more of it. That's a rare background show for me.
Yeah, very rare.
Just like, I've watched this, I watched it. Like, you're going through the list, and it's like, you want that really awkward humor.
Yeah.
Truth.
What else happened? There was something else that happened.
You moved.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. Well, we have a new studio. We could talk about that.
New studio with fantastic
The glare.
lighting,
Block the glare. There you go.
with better sound dampeners now.
What? Can you hear me in the sound dampening room? We've dampened the sound.
I can hear you just fine.
I'll just sit like this.
We've dampened the sound since the remodel.
We've dampened the sound. That's an inside joke.
Yeah, but Wes knows.
Do you know?
First time in since the remodel.
Yeah. There's a manager who had this long beard that went all the way down here. And he always went like this and just stroked it. And all the dandruff would fall out of his beard. It was super gross. And then his greeting to clientele that would come into the store would be like, if they're like a mile away, they're like so far away, he would like be working. First time in since the remodel, and they're like, "Where's that coming from?"
God.
Like, and then other times they'd be like too close, and he'd still project like that, and they were like, "Oh." That guy was the worst.
Get your flying dandruff away from me.
Yeah. Final question. Who would play you in your biography movie on Lifetime TV?
What, you're
Both of
looking
you.
You go first. I'm still thinking.
Me? Aaron Rodgers. Do you see it? Do you see it? Or Robert De Niro.
You have to get one of them for a Lifetime movie, though. I don't think you would.
That's true. I wanted you to take that into account.
Yeah.
You're a good listener. This is a Lifetime movie.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not going to get no Johnny Depp's or Tommy Wiseau's.
Mine would be Joe Pesci.
To play you.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, all right.
Angry guy that curses
Danny
a lot.
DeVito for me then.
I could actually have Danny DeVito too.
Yeah, exactly.
Or George Costanza.
You know who mine would be? That's what I want to talk about. Macaulay Culkin.
Oh, God.
Why do you want to talk about Macaulay Culkin?
Oh,
He's
I
got
don't
a
know.
new fetish now.
Macaulay does, yeah.
I was going to say Aaron.
No, Macaulay is his fetish.
He did a Reddit AMA yesterday.
Okay.
And it was really interesting. And so I looked up a bunch of stuff about him, and he has this new website called Bunny Ears. He has this Bunny Ears thing. It's
So
like
he's a furry.
No, well, that's what they asked on Reddit. They're like, "Bunny Ears, are you a furry?" And he's like, "No, if I was, the possibilities would be endless or something." I don't know. He seemed like a very funny guy though, and it's just weird that kid, Kevin McAllister, like Uncle Buck. You've got fucking
The Good Son.
all these movies.
My
like
Girl.
that's him, and he's just like weird now. Not so weird as like the heroin days.
I was going to say, when you become the most popular star in the world at the time at the age of like 8,
Yeah,
it kind of fucks you up for a while.
right.
Tell him the Trump line, though. That was pretty funny.
Oh, they're like, which Home Alone is your favorite, 1 or 2? And he was like 1 because it has 100% less Trump. But yeah. So then I started watching videos about him, and not about him, but like interviews. And he doesn't do interviews anymore. Like he just doesn't do that. But he has a podcast, so it's pretty interesting. Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin.
And then Haley Joel Osment like made a resurgence too. So then I started looking up that.
Oh, because
looking
of
up him.
Silicon Valley.
Well, he was in Tusk first. Like that was the first thing I saw. He's in Entourage, the movie.
really?
Yeah, he's the cowboy dude.
He also
Oh,
does
yeah.
another movie where he plays like a teacher or vice principal or
Sex
something.
ed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he totally made a resurgence. So like these childhood actors have like sparked my interest.
It's so weird. He looks so weird now, though.
Who?
Haley.
Haley does. Yeah,
He didn't grow in. It sounds like his face didn't grow to his body.
He's so
Yeah.
cute now though. He's so adorable.
But he still has like the little.
Would they call him in
scrunched up face.
Silicon?
he
They
does.
called him like a man child in
Yeah,
Silicon Valley.
he looks like a big baby. That's amazing. Oh man.
You know, when you refused my offer, I didn't like that.
Yeah.
That didn't make me feel good.
That really didn't make me feel good at all. You gotta watch fucking Silicon Valley. Dude.
I've seen the first season.
Oh,
You
did
have?
Yeah, I love the first season.
All the way through the fucking
That's
dicks?
that whole like 5 minutes
Oh,
is like
man.
I couldn't
So
stop
funny.
laughing.
Yeah.
And the best part is T.J. Miller going to the reporter. Do you know how long it would take you to jerk off every guy in this?
'Cause I do.
Because I do.
Which season was it where they were writing down all the ways for the guy to die? The stuntman?
Oh, that's season 2.
Is
or-
it season
I think
2
it's season
with the
2, yeah.
energy drink guy?
Yeah, and then he walks in. They're like,
Oh no, I watched part of season 2 because don't they get season 2 where they get the kid with they need to get the Adderall for the kid?
no, that's season 1.
That's still season 1
Yeah.
where they bring in the programmer.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then he breaks the whole system. Season 2 is the best because it has Russ Hanneman in it.
That's
Who?
He's like this billionaire guy. He only wants cars, the doors that open like this. Like this. Like he doesn't like cars that open like
Yeah.
this.
he's got to go out.
And
up.
he's part of the 3 comma club, so all around his mansion he has like these 3 commas like in different situations.
Tres commas.
And he has his own tequila called Tres Comas. He's so funny, dude. And he's like
Did he shows up, does that guy show up in season 2 or 3? Because
2.
2 I remember
It's like 2 or 3 episodes into 2.
because
Yeah.
I know 2 starts off with the funeral of their
Yeah.
original guy.
Peter Gregory,
Yeah, and then you meet that other girl who runs her company.
Yeah.
Who runs this
The
company.
robot. Lori the robot.
Lori, yeah. Nice.
And they choose to take the lower offer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Russ Hanneman has my favorite greeting to anyone ever because he walks into the room with all the people in it and he's like, "What's up, Bin Laden?" and points at Kumail Nanjiani, and then he looks at Martin Starr, and he's like, "This guy fucks."
Yeah. That's Gabe, right?
Yeah. This guy fucks. Like I just want to walk into a room.
What does he
and
say?
point at
What
someone.
does he say? He doesn't do anything to Ehrlich ever.
No, he doesn't.
He just
acknowledge
ignores him.
Ehrlich, yeah.
Oh, the other, what's his name? Guilfoyle.
Guilfoyle.
And he's just like, this guy.
This guy.
This guy.
And he's like, "I fucking hate you." And he's like, "You're the best." He just loves it.
I have not seen this guy yet, but
Yeah.
holy shit.
He's funny.
Oh, he's done a lot of voice acting.
Yeah, and he was in The Office for a little bit, and I didn't realize it because I fucking
Who?
hated him. He's in the final season when they
Oh.
when they turn the camera around and you get to see the people who have been documenting the whole thing.
Oh.
He's Brian/cameraman.
Jim takes a job offer with his friends to go start a company.
Yeah.
and so he's in Philadelphia a lot.
Yeah.
and Pam is not okay with that.
Yeah.
and starts talking to the cameraman, which is Russ Hanneman.
Yeah.
and they start having this like thing, and you're
Yeah.
like, "Pam, don't do it." And I hated him because it was like she was like making Pam
Yeah.
do bad things.
Jim was also ignoring her, though.
Exactly, that's true.
He was like, hey, football, fantasy, this, stats, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to sign athletes.
There's a point where he like made a bad investment. And they go over to his house, and he's like all his stuff is broken, and he's like on the couch in a robe, and he's like, "Oh God!" And
There's
like,
shit on
they're
the
like,
floor.
"Russ, what happened?" And he's like, I lost it all." And they're like, "How much did you lose? How much money do you have?" And he's like, $968 million. And they're like, "You're fine. What's wrong?" He's like, "I'm not a billionaire anymore. I'm not a 3 comma guy." He's so sad. Oh man, he's the best. Well, that's all I have for Piece of Schmidt.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed talking with us, chatting with us. It was really fun for me.
Was it fun for you, Wes?
The times that
fantastic.
we spend together are so good. So go to YouTube and subscribe. Go to Twitter and follow. Go to Facebook and like. Go to patreon.com/derailed and support the show. Till next time. We'll see you next time.